Hello and welcome to this video. Goodness me, the seasons are changing so quickly and we're losing more sunny days and gaining more overcast, dreary, rainy days. And there's definitely been a huge shift in temperatures, even overnight. I've had to switch out my summer bedding for my winter bedding. Well, not all the way, but definitely change to my winter comforter. Not yet with all the winter duvets and snuggy blankets just yet, but we did have an evening in the last week where it got so cold. I actually just decided I had to put the fire on. I could not anymore. It was freezing and that fire was just so warm and comforting. With the days becoming more and more unstable outside, I've had to continue working on the two big outside projects, but with my pergola roof now a little bit more stable since the work that we've done and the gutters having been put on, the first rains came and I could test how the roof and the gutters do. And also I had to quickly switch to my firewood storage and complete that so that it is rainproof for winter. So that was the majority of the work that I have done in the last couple of weeks. So let me show you what's happened there with my wood storage preparation and how the wood storage looks now. I'll see you at the end.
This is Girl Meets Farm.
I've managed to start putting the roof structure together on my little firewood storage area. I just want to make some minor adjustments here to straighten things out a little bit better. Maybe move it down so that the full back row is all in a line like the front. I'm quite happy with how the front looks. And I might move my camera as well whilst I can kind of still get there. And yeah, the weather has been a little iffy and it's definitely moving more towards rain, so I think it's in my best interest to just get this cover up on my wood best as possible and maybe even try and move some of the wood in before the rains hit. Today is Thursday, tomorrow is Shiva's acupuncture day, and then the rains come on Sunday. So I have to try my best to try and get this done. I think I'm going to leave that as is and just hope that that will work. It looks like it will be fine despite not having my support struts in before the rain will come, because I think that runoff should be totally fine without the support struts just for the moment, and then I'll try and get those struts up as soon as possible. But this is going to be my priority now for today. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to give it a try and see if I can make this work. That's really cool. Yeah, I was really surprised that I got that to work. I've never tried doing that myself before, but I'm actually really pleasantly surprised, and that looks pretty good for me. So now I have to do that for every single place that I want to add these supports, rafters, I don't know what they're called. So let's do that with magic. And now it is all done. I've added rafters, whatever, into the middle of all of the roof areas as well. And yes, I do know that it is not straight. I don't care. Because at the moment it's just going to be the plastic. I think I will definitely have to make sure that everything is more aligned when I get the roof sheets on here. And I will probably also add more rafters when I add the roof sheets. But for now, for the plastic, I think this should be okay. If it looks like it is not okay after this first bit of rain that we get, if it looks like the plastic starts hanging in the middle, I will add additional rafters to the middle of all of these, which I will do regardless next year when I do roof sheets or metal sheets, whatever, on this roof. But for now, I think this should be fine. But I really need to take a break. It is really hot. It is, I think, after 1 p.m. I've been busy with this for a good chunk of time today. And I also still need to go and do a full day of client work. But I really want to get this plastic sheet up this afternoon, because the weather, it is definitely turning. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Time to attempt this monstrosity again and get this plastic sheet over the roof. Alright, I'll come back to you when I get this sorted out. Oh, I got my tool, so time to go inside and pull it from there. I think if you're looking for a way to make a cheap sauna, I've just discovered that way. Oh my goodness, it is so hot in here beneath this sheet of plastic with the sun shining directly on me this way. This is craziness. But I think I've got most of it working. However, let me show you this. The plastic is no longer in its best structural format, if you wish. There are some holes, man. I'm just gonna try and cover this as best as I possibly can. I also still need to remove that camera, but first I need to get out of this sauna because it is so hot in here. I guess you can see the the holes from the outside. This is from probably lying on the wood and from kitties playing in and on and around this plastic. It's just gonna have to do, and it'll be better than having nothing, so, and hopefully better than the tarp I had last year, I hope. Anyway, I'll try and pull this taut and start fixing it. Every little pull and tug gets a little bit better. I have now fastened the fronts, and I know it may seem counterproductive to attach that with the staple gun, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get some duct tape and put some duct tape over all the big holes in the sheet, as well as on top of where the staples went in. And yeah, now to just make it a little bit more practical, and you can barely see Shiva there, a little more practical, and also I still need to tie up the back, and I took my camera down as well. Not quite sure where I'm going to reattach that yet, but it's not necessarily urgent that I do that right away. There's only about one more thing that I will have time for today, and that is this. So something like that. I haven't completely tied everything off yet, and I definitely still need to tie them off at the bottom to be not so flappy in the wind, and also here on the side so that they don't go too far away from the entrance, else the rain will just come in here and then there's no point. I have some ideas as to what I want to do here though, but it's now gone 5 o'clock. I still haven't done any of my client work, and I still have like at least 6 more hours of client work to go and do now. So this is as much as I can do for today. This is rather enjoyable. I feel like I can do this all day. It's oddly satisfying. At least I have 2 buckets of kindling to get me going. That should last for a little while. Cool. And we have a little, can we spot Loki over there? Loki! Having some fun playtime. I'm actually thinking if I do the same for the bottom, it will definitely help with it not moving in the wind like that or being ripped away. So I think I will create those for the bottom as well, and then keep them anchored in the bottom. But now I gotta move the wood. Hey Loki, in here. We had some wonderful rains early this morning. Rain arrived in the very early morning hours today. And this morning out on the farm, everything is covered with some raindrops that cling to everything. But what's nicer to see is that there was sufficient rain to actually break through the very dry ground. And yeah, so that was the first season's rain breaking through the ground. So the next rain will actually seep into the ground, so the olive trees and everything can actually get some water to drink, and I'm hoping my olives will plump up as well. I came running out to see, of course, how my gutter was holding up and how the roof was holding up, but it was still pitch black outside, so I couldn't really run out in the rain and come and have a look at how the water was running down the tiles. But what I can say is that there was a significant amount of water running through the downpipe and collecting over here, so obviously I still need to do that runoff. But the good news is, if the water is coming down the downpipe, it means that it is getting into the gutter, which means that it is going over the tiles, right? But there's not always good news, unfortunately. I noticed that on all the joins, there was actually one here, there it's leaking. So my silicone is definitely not holding up well enough, and I will need to just take a look when things dry out, if we have some time for it to dry out. But it is significantly better than it was before, and I'm really eager to see how things work when I can see what it looks like in the daylight, to try and figure out how to fix the gutter. But at least there's some good news in there, I hope. We will have to confirm that in the daytime. I had not been expecting the rain, so I had left this side of the woodshed open, and I have not managed to complete packing all the wood inside or covering my kindling over there. But what is good news is that it is, even though this wasn't closed, the only places where it is wet is here on the front and this section over there, maybe all the way down there. So it will definitely be in my best interest to not leave this open, to actually hang it all the way down, because the rest of the wood is really nice and dry. So even though there are some starry lights in the black plastic, this is working. So that's very good news. I'm very happy with that. Hello Loki. Oh, you're gonna get rained on, boy. But yeah, so I can't pack this in until this all dries out. Hopefully there is time for all of that to dry out before the next rain arrives. And then I will make it my mission to get that all packed in there, and to get a cover for my kindling, so that will remain nice and dry for winter. But this makes me happy. This makes me happy. Better than last year. Progress! For this week's video, I have been super fortunate to be working with Reolink again, who have sent me the ultimate security camera, their Reolink Atlas PT Ultra. And while I clean up a little bit here to get some space to put it up, I have decided to put this camera in the very last spot that needs some security here in the olive courtyard at the back of my bedroom, on this little patio that comes out from my bedroom. And I thought this would be the perfect place for this camera to go. But in order to get this up here, I need to create a little bit of space. So I just need to prune this olive tree a little bit, make some space, and then I'm going to tell you all about this amazing camera while I prepare the grounds and get this on the wall. Alright, I've just about cleared up enough space around the olive, put all the olive shoots over there, and yeah, just something really interesting is if I wanted to let this olive grow or produce a new tree, then I could let this offshoot. Look how big that offshoot is already. That's a pretty hefty stem. If I wanted to have a new olive tree grow here in the olive courtyard, I could let that offshoot grow. But the idea for me was to always kind of keep this tree more as an ornamental tree. So I don't think I'm gonna have that shoot or let that shoot grow. Even though this one had such a heavy prune as well, and it kind of struggled last year a bit, it's coming back really beautifully. And even so, although there might not be plenty, it has olives this year, so the tree is happy. I mean, you really wouldn't say that this tree would still be producing olives, because a lot of the tree we had to cut down because bees or ants or something had moved in here, and this whole limb had been dead and hollow, as the same with this one. Oh, hello ducks. See, there's a kitty up there watching me work. Today it's you. Hi. I need to just trim down here still as well, but I have enough space to get the camera positioned up here, and I think that's exactly where I am gonna go. Reolink's mission is to make security a seamless experience for customers with its groundbreaking user-centric security products, and the Reolink Atlas PT Ultra is no exception. When you receive your box from Reolink with your camera, everything is already in the box, and you don't have to go searching for screws or plugs or create a template to stick your camera and your solar panel on the wall. So it's just so very convenient that everything comes already included and thought of in the box, including a handy set of instructions that's so easy to follow. The cameras are so incredibly intuitive. When you get them, you will immediately know what to do. And if you have an existing app, it's so easy to set up new cameras in line with all of your other cameras as well. All of them come with templates to mount it, and this Atlas camera comes with a wall mount and a ceiling mount because of the way that the camera hangs. So you can actually mount it against your ceiling, or you can mount it against a wall. I'm of course mounting it against the wall. I'm going to be mounting the solar panel right next to it because, again, I opted for the model that comes with the solar panel, which is great for me, great for when you live off-grid as well, that you don't have to worry about charging it or the battery running out. It's incredibly good with the solar panels because even when you don't have days of full sun, these batteries somehow charge. It's just amazing. I had to switch out ladders because of course I want it up there where it's better to see everything down here. And now I can't reach it, so hopefully this is sufficient. The Reolink Atlas PT Ultra offers 4K Ultra HD continuous recording, and with ColorX technology for day and night color video. This means
color night vision without spotlights or LEDs, which is great as this camera is going to be situated by my bedroom door and I am super light sensitive. The camera also has a very long battery life with 20 amp hours. This means one charge can easily last up to a week. The camera boasts near 360 horizontal and 90-degree vertical rotation, delivering a blind spot-free view for comprehensive monitoring. And, as with all the Reolink cameras, supports person, vehicle, and animal detection automatically.
Now all that's left to do is adjust it with my Reolink app. Both my cameras are in my app now. You know I love my Ranger. And I'm sure I'm gonna love my courtyard cam as well. So I can already see that it is showing me the live stream. And I would like to, let's change the position a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. I'll zoom in. Oh, I think it's got me now. Right, we're gonna go the other way. Yes, there we go. It's got me. That is the perfect position. Easy peasy, just like that. So if you want your very own Reolink
Atlas
PT Ultra, go and grab the link in the description now.
Reolink are running massive Black Friday deals on their security cameras, including the Atlas PT Ultra. So don't miss Reolink's biggest Black Friday deals of the year. Go grab the link in my description for some major discounts, direct with Reolink or through your local Amazon.
Well, I've got some sunshine today. Figured, since the wood is dried out a little bit, the rain starts again, probably tonight or tomorrow. Let's get it covered with plastic. Not the cheapest way to go, but I know that's not going to disintegrate. Funny how everything becomes a cat playground. Look at his little tongue. And there's Sunny as well. Sunny is coming to investigate what is happening here. What is this new playground? Freya's already been in there. Loki, Tobias, the only one missing is Tux. I have weighted this plastic down and packed the leftover pallets around. I think that'll be good enough for what I will need for this season. But whether that stays down in the winds we get is something we have to see. Let's hope this is enough. I also managed to get some duct tape for the worst holes. Right, managed to patch the worst of the areas and also added some more weight at the bottom so that the wind doesn't sweep it up so much. I'm not very optimistic that this plastic is going to last for the season just because of all the high winds we have, but if it can last for the most of the season, then I will be happy. And if it still looks good by the end of the season, then all I need to do is put the roof sheets on for next season and I can keep these as the front. That would be the best case scenario. But anyway, I'm going to be packing more of this into here and trying to get as much undercover before the end of today. For lack of being able to reach up there on the wall comfortably where I would like to stick this camera, I would need to wait until I have used this wood so that I can actually get closer to the wall and fit this in its permanent position. So this is probably one of my first cameras that I ever bought for the farm. I'm going to be sticking it. That should still get enough sun. So I will be sticking it over there. Just for the interim. And now it is nice and firmly secured up there. It will definitely get sufficient sun as the sun comes over here. And I'm happy that the camera is back up. Well, I certainly have enough kindling for this year. I hope, she says. Every year I seem to go through more and more wood than I expected, and I've had to buy like 1 cubic meter every single year extra on top of what I started from. I think I was very conservative in my first year here, and then it just became like, oh, but I do enjoy the fire. Let me just make one. It is just so much nicer to have a nice fire crackling in the background and setting that wonderful ambiance, especially on days when it is just pouring outside and you can't really go out. I think little Miss really enjoys being on camera. Freya! Hi! She always seems to have lots to say. But anyway, that is it for this week's video, and I hope that I have done enough to keep all of my wood protected and drier at least than it has been in the last 2 years. So as long as I've got some dry wood and can make use of my own wood, it has saved me a lot of money. In the upcoming weeks, I will definitely need to do my olive harvest. My trees do not have many olives because they did have a severe prune late last year, but I think I am gonna harvest the olives that are there, and even if I get like 5 liters from it, that will make me super happy. Even if it's 2 liters, it's 2 liters more than I currently have. It's nice to have some fresh olive oil available as well. While I remember, if you perhaps watch my videos on mobile through the YouTube app on your phone, please check out the new feature that has been available for or rolling out around the world for possibly the last 6 to 8 weeks. It may not be in your country. I know it was still rolling out in South Africa, but if you do happen to browse these videos or watch these videos on your mobile phone, please do check for this feature that I will put here or here, just to show you where to find it. It is called Hype, and if you watch only on your YouTube app via mobile, you will find the Hype button. You can press that up to 3 times on a video. And what the Hype button does, it is completely free, but what it will do for me is it will help spread and show my videos to more people, and that would be so amazing to me. Unfortunately, it is not available if you watch YouTube on your laptop, computer, or via your TV, or even if you cast it from your mobile to your TV, you will not see the feature, only when you're watching videos through the app on your mobile phone. So I would so appreciate it if you do happen to watch these videos on your mobile phone. Please go and find that hype button and press hype. It will help my channel so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for all the wonderful comments I always get from you guys. Some of it, they're so inspiring, they're so heartwarming, and they make me feel really cared for and part of a community. So I do love reading those comments from you and getting to know each and every one of you more and more. Thank you so much for following my journey. Do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. See you next time. Made some fruit crunchies. The absolute, and of course I have taste tested it, quality control. They are the absolute perfect treat for these dreary, rainy days we're currently having. But I'm gonna have to give some to my neighbors so I don't eat this whole pan all by myself.